What's the worst thing that can be shoved up your ass? A glass jar. Long story short, a guy owed money to the mob. They inserted a hollow PVC tube in his backside, threaded barbed wire through and then removed the tube over the barbed wire, leaving it inside. He needed surgery for it to be removed because it would tear away at him if it was pulled. The largest octopus ever recorded was 30 feet long and weighted 600 pounds. Octopus can condense their bodies to fit through a hole the size of a quarter, slightly smaller than an inch. The human anus can stretch between 6 and 7.5 inches in diameter without ripping or tearing. The average length of human intestines is 22 feet. Therefore, the largest octopus ever recorded could fit up your ass. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. A live rat. There was a video circulating the internet at one point where a guy put firecrackers in those plastic balls you hang on Christmas trees up his ass, and when they exploded he'd get cut by the plastic. A butt plug that is controlled by the internet. A lit stick of dynamite. A glass container. Because to get it out you have to be extremely careful. First of all, because glass breaks and you have a lot of blood flow to the anus so you can bleed out. But mainly because the container can cause a vacuum suction effect. A lot of things can be simply removed with just local anesthetic, but for a glass container, you will need surgery. Coke and Mentos. I recommend not clicking on it. Its gross is *UCK. https www.reddit.com/r/nsfwfunny/comments/epic/let's_try_some_a_nsfw/ UTM_medium equals Android_app and UTM_source equals share. I would imagine a nest of hornets would be up there on the list of things not to put up there. Never mind the logistics of it. But if someone could cram that up there, I would think those little suckers would be quite angry with your butthole. I saw a lady shove a cactus in her anus once in some porno. Everything. All at once. The entire universe. A feral kitten. When I worked at the hospital, a guy came in complaining of abdominal pain. He said someone broke into his house, put a paper bag over his head and shoved something up his butt. They did a CT scan. They had to do surgery and retrieved a jar of olives. It was sideways, having followed the turns in his large intestine, so it had been there for a few days. Edit. The olives were still in the jar, leading the CT techs to think they were little turds' tears of joy. Electric eel. A durian. A raccoon. For some reason raccoons are used as a unit of measurement for anal insertion. I used to live with someone studying medicine. While working in triage they had someone come to A&E. And boldly announce he had filled himself with wet cement that had now mostly dried. Dude basically had most of his bowels and half his pelvic floor removed. At least now he can't shove anything else up there. 1000-degree knife. Baked goods. Lemmy winks. Another ass. Grappling hook. Leg of a table. Horsecock. Your dad's cock. A fist. A Carolina Reaper. The sun with a cactus on the front and a feral kitten on the back. The poop you just pooped out. The sun. Eurasia. A Sinichu medallion. I just freaking opened this app and this is what I'm greeted with. Never change. Reddit. Game of Thrones Season 8. Powered on curling iron. Red Foreman's foot. Christian beliefs. The doctor didn't use any lube when checking my anus. I'm never going to that dentist again. I think a nail bomb would be pretty bad. Gimpy Gimpy plant, aka the suicide plant. My foot. A box truck. Pineapple. An unwanted dick. A galaxy. A cactus. Negan's baseball bat. Lucille. Peas. Negan is a character from The Walking Dead for those who might not know. The 1994 Denver Broncos defense dressed as characters from Hellraiser. A dying child. Great question, dickhead. From experience, an entire Ford F-150. A cheese grater winking face. I think anything you don't want there would be the worst thing. Burj Khalifa. Gimpy Gimpy bush. Not sure if spelt right. If you don't know about this plant, one guy who used the leaves as toilet paper, not realizing what plant it was, felt the sting and decided that the pain was enough, that life was not worth living, and shoot himself. As the pain from this plant can still be felt up to 20 years after first contact. The Taliban. A long horse dong. Rip Mr. Hands. Your head. Lexington Steele's erect penis, with no Vaseline. Shout out to Ice Cube. A light bulb. The poop you just pooped out. American propaganda. Generally, knife. Things that do not belong in your poop hole. Twigs. Axe handles. Chopsticks. Metal mirror handles. Pens or pencils. Sharpie markers. Glass beer bottles. Plastic beer bottles. Living creatures such as gerbils or guinea pigs or mice. The long end of a hairbrush. A lady's curling iron. A turkey baster. Crap poop. A hot thick rod. Your own severed dick. It's just not right. Oh God. I know exactly what you're thinking of. When I was in nursing school in the GI endoscopy lab, I had to ask the GI interventionist what one of his favorite difficult cases was about. He told me someone put a pint glass up his rear, and it created a suction event. So they couldn't pull the glass out. They had to use a rotary tool to drill a hole in the center of the glass to release the suction, but prevent the glass from shattering in this guy's large bowel. Fun fact: the only treatment he did on his shredded asshole was scooping out the glass with his hand, and then shoving cotton balls in there for a week. He went to work the next day. That fact that it shattered in his asshole, and he just started fishing out shards of glass out of it without even making a sound, is just amazing, really. Light bulb. Like how you can put it in your mouth without breaking it, but it's impossible to take it out without breaking it. Same concept. 2 girls 1 cup was meh. 1 man 1 jar on the other hand. Still haunts me. A thin glass jar. 1 man 1 jar. Those who have never seen the video, please do not attempt to find it. You'll live a much happier life without it. I'd say that's pretty far up there. Jesus Christ, why must you bring back these memories of puke and poop and women? Light bulbs are also really terrible. Can't get it back out without breaking. I literally came to say this, haha. One of the worst videos my friends in high school ever showed me. One more time for Jarman. That actually is the worst thing that could be shoved up your ass.